Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Jonathan Budd, the CEO of Powur, and welcome to this presentation tonight. I am so excited. I'm so glad that you're taking the time out of your day to join us. I think that we are on to one of the most important and meaningful conversations in the history of the world. I say that in earnestness. I know it's bold, but I think by the time you get through watching this presentation, you're going to know exactly what I mean. And I'm so excited that you're here to learn about our company, Powur. I know for a fact that our company has the ability to change people's lives. It could very well change your life. So if you're watching this presentation tonight, I urge you to take all this information in with both ears, keep an open mind, and allow yourself to get excited because what we have going on truly is exciting. It has never been done before. There's nothing like it in the world for both impact and income. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, the man you're looking at, Elon Musk, is the founder of PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, and Solar City. Arguably, this is one of the most important and famous and iconic entrepreneurs that has ever lived. He has disrupted multiple, multi-trillion dollar industries of transportation, of energy, of space, of finance. And he said something recently that everyone needs to be aware of. What he said was sustainable energy is the most important challenge that we need to solve this century. So, what did Elon mean by that? Well, this is actually a graph that I half stole from one of his presentations when he did a presentation on the Powerwall, which is one of Tesla's new products, which is referring to battery storage, the ability to store our own energy in our own batteries and not need a grid. And he started that presentation with this graph right here. And he basically just showed this one image and said, this is real. This is how we produce energy in the world today. The vast majority of our energy is produced from the burning of fossil fuels, primarily coal, oil, and gas. And there's a negative side effect to the burning of fossil fuels, and that's the graph on the right. Now, basically, you can see this is called the Keeling curve. Since industrial society started and human beings began burning carbon and emitting carbon into the atmosphere, we've seen a steady and absolutely massively growing amount of carbon in the atmosphere. Basically, in the span of less than 200 years, we have more than doubled the amount of carbon that was naturally in the atmosphere before we showed up. We doubled it. So obviously, this has some very unintended consequences. We're tampering with the global ecosystem on a scale that nobody ever could have imagined. And that's why it must stop. And Elon Musk said sustainable energy is the most important challenge that we need to solve this century. Now, thankfully, there's a solution, and it's called the sun. And it's this giant hydrogen reactor in the sky that basically emits more energy than we could ever possibly need. In fact, in just 15 minutes of sunlight hitting the earth, you produce enough energy to last global needs for an entire year. An entire year in just 15 minutes of the sun. So harnessing the energy, harnessing the power of the sun is truly the solution to meet all of humanity's energy needs without ever needing to burn a thing. We're just collecting sun rays, which is about as beautiful as it gets. And what's amazing about that is that right now we are seeing an exponential, I repeat, an exponential trend that is beginning to form with solar technology. Now take a look at this graph on the left. What this graph on the left is showing is that in 1975, the cost per watt to generate 1 watt of electricity or cost per installed watt was $101. $101 for a solar panel. Now, if you fast forward to today, 40 years later, it's less than 70 cents. It went from $101 to 70 cents in 40 years. Okay, that's technology. Technology all follows this same sort of exponential of trends of efficiency and cost reduction. If you look at the first computer microchip, the darn thing had less computing power than a basic calculator. And if you fast forward to today, my God, we're launching rockets and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. That's exponential growth of technology. And solar is a technology. So while the cost of technology has come down, you can see inverse to that on the left graph, the global solar panel installations have skyrocketed. So as the cost continues to come down and solar just becomes the most default, cheapest, economical way to produce energy, which is its destiny because it's a technology, not a fuel. Fuels, coal, oil, gas, they get more expensive usually. I mean, they're commodities, they're fuels, they go up in cost, they're inherently scarce. Technologies are on an exponential down curve in cost. And that's why you're seeing this massive skyrocketing of global installations. And so if you look at this graph on the right, what that's showing are the trends of solar energy. And really, we went through this very long sort of pioneering phase where the cost was still too expensive and it didn't really make economic sense. So it was only the early pioneers and the innovators that were doing it because they loved the technology. Then it started creeping into the early adopters who, it started getting better and better and better. So they jumped on the bandwagon. And now, finally, in the year 2015 was really the year all the experts said solar is entering mainstream mass adoption. And the reason why is that we've reached a critical point called grid parity. Now, what grid parity means is that the price to buy your electricity from solar energy is equal to the price from your utility. So we can now match the price from your utility with solar energy in just about every market in the US. And in many markets all over the US, we can actually substantially beat the price that you're getting. And that's only going to get better and better and better, which has opened up and created one of the largest economic opportunities that any of us are going to see in our lifetime. We are fundamentally talking about a transfer of wealth that is in the trillions and trillions of dollars that we are going to see in our lifetime as the world shifts from dirty energy to 100% sustainable energy. So who is the global leader? Again, we find ourselves back talking about Mr. Elon Musk and his company Solar City. Now, Solar City is the largest solar energy company in the world today. They are bigger than their next 64 competitors combined. They were co-founded by Elon Musk, the visionary behind PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, and they've installed more than 300,000 U.S. homes. In fact, 1 out of every 3 solar installation being installed right now is Solar City. So this is bar none the undisputed champion, the 800-pound gorilla, the heavyweight when it comes to one company doing more to spread sustainable energy and the adoption of sustainable energy around the world. Solar City is it. So let's talk about the product, because most people have no idea how good solar has gotten. Now, when you're evaluating a company to represent, you're evaluating, can I make money representing this product? I want you to just picture this for a second. Imagine if you could actually make money on a product that costs nothing for people to buy. And not only did it cost nothing for people to buy, but it literally put money back in their pocket every single month. It's the closest thing there is to somebody just showing up and saying, here's another $100 this month. Here's an extra $50 in your pocket. That's what solar is today. And the revolution that has allowed this to be possible is zero down financing. And what most people don't understand is that it now costs no money to go solar. You sign a piece of paper, right? You sign a contract to go solar. You agree to buy your power from Solar City. And for the next 20 years, the duration of your contract, you get a cheaper price on your power than you can buy from your utility. So it's 100% guaranteed savings. And everybody says, well, all right, that sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? There's no catch. The only catch, if you even want to call it that, is that you have to sign a contract. You're agreeing to buy the power for a duration of the contract, which is normally 20 years. Most people start thinking, well, I don't know. But think about it. You've been in a lifelong contract with your utility company that you've never even had a choice. You've never even had an option. You've been forced to buy dirty, expensive power with no other choice. You're locked into a lifelong contract. And now finally, there's competition for that contract. Finally, you can go shop your rates and you can come to Solar City and say, hey, is Solar City going to give me a better rate on my energy? And actually evaluate that. And if you determine that they are going to give you a better rate on your energy, which I'll talk about in just 1 minute, you finally have a way to replace your utility company, get a guaranteed cheaper source of power. And ladies and gentlemen, come on, let's be realistic. Are you going to wake up tomorrow and not buy energy? That's absolute shenanigans. Every single one of us is going to be buying energy forever. That's the basis of modern society. So there's no getting around buying energy. Why would you buy energy that's dirty, polluting our environment, and more expensive when you can buy energy that is cheap, clean, and abundant that you control from your own rooftop? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the future. Solar is the future, and it's only going to get better. This is an actual example from one of our customers who before Solar City was spending 32 cents, 32.48 cents a kilowatt for every kilowatt of electricity that she bought from her utility company. After Solar City, we lowered her rate to 15 cents a kilowatt. She cut her electricity bill in half from day number one and did not spend $1 out of pocket to do it. It's truly an incredible product with incredible opportunity. 62 million homes in the United States right now qualify for zero down solar. 62 million. That's our target market, and it represents hundreds of billions of dollars a year that is going to change hands as the world finds out about this conversation and this company and what we are up to. Which leads me to Hayes Bernard, the Chief Revenue Officer at Solar City. And this is a quote verbatim out of his mouth. He said, Powur's model is the future of how solar will be sold. And the reason why he said that, and our entire mission, is to lower the cost to acquire the customer of solar energy so that we can expand and accelerate the adoption of solar energy. The more that we can lower the cost to acquire a new customer, the faster that this is going to spread around the world. And Powur's model, straight out of Hayes Bernard, the number 3 executive at Solar City, is the future for how solar will be sold, because we are the only model that can scale at a fixed cost. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have the chance to be the category creating company inside sustainable energy and direct sales. And you need to understand how important this is. First of all, direct sales is one of the most proven business models on planet Earth, okay? Over $180 billion of goods and services are sold through the direct selling industry every single year, which nets over $70 billion in commissions to partners just like you. $70 billion is paid out every year to people who represent and are a part of companies that they believe in with products and services that they believe in. And I'll tell you, there's not a single product or service in this industry which can touch Solar City and what we are up to with a 10-foot pole right now. Never mind that, though. We'll come back to that later. If you look at every category in this massive monster industry of direct sales, financial, nutrition, energy, skincare, there's examples of multi-billion-dollar publicly traded companies. And guess what? Those companies are the ones who got there first. Those companies are the ones that created the category. They're oftentimes were the first companies to introduce new products or services to direct sales, and they rose to be billions and billions of dollars. The founding partners, the people who are part of those companies, who help take those companies to market and capitalize on the opportunity, like everything we're going to show you how to do, those people make extraordinary lifestyles, create extraordinary incomes. It's unbelievable. Billions and billions and billions of dollars gets generated and shared back with the field partners of all of these category creating companies. And my friends, Powur has the ability, and right now we are the first company in the world to be creating the category of sustainable energy inside direct sales, partnered with the most iconic and revolutionary entrepreneurs and Solar City. It does not get better than this. This is truly ground floor. And if you've ever wanted to create life-changing income with life-changing impact, Powur is something you need to be taking very seriously right now, because we're going to change a lot of people's lives. So why would you want to join our company? Number one, because you're part of a movement. You are helping to solve the greatest challenge of the 21st century. You are accelerating the adoption of sustainable energy worldwide by being part of this company. And I promise you, you will feel just an energy and a passion and so much excitement for what you get up and do every day. We're having so much fun. As a business owner, you get to set your own hours, okay? You have the time, freedom, and flexibility to set your own hours, to choose your own schedule, to make as much or as little money or as maximum money as you possibly want to make. You have time freedom. The purpose of a business like Powur is so that you can really free yourself. It's an alternative where instead of going to work for someone else for the rest of your life, you can work for yourself and create a true 20-year residual income, which we're going to talk about in just one moment. You have unlimited earning potential. With Powur's model, the sky is the limit. As much energy, as much effort as you put in is as much as you can get out of it. There's a 20-year guaranteed residual income on every single customer that signs up in your team, which is incredible. I mean, what other model in history could you work today and get paid for the next 20 years? I mean, this is seriously going to wake a lot of people up out of their slumber and get a lot of people excited. And there's a ridiculously affordable startup cost. I mean, what business do you have maximum leverage, a multi-trillion-dollar growing industry, impeccable timing, the most important, iconic entrepreneur on the planet as your partner, and you can get in business for under $500? That's insane. So these are all some of the reasons why you might want to join Powur. So let's talk about the money. How do you make money? There's 4 primary bonuses right now. Number 1 is the Fast Start bonus. So the moment you sign up in our company, we're going to help you earn a check, maybe your first 24, 48 hours with the Fast Start bonus, which you can earn just by submitting leads. And we have an amazing process that will walk you through for how to have a conversation with homeowners introduce them to Solar City, and honestly, your job is done. That's the only thing we ever do, is have a conversation with a homeowner, introduce them to Solar City, and get out of the way. There's no selling in this model. You're never selling anything at Powur. All we're doing is asking the people we know to get a free proposal from the #1 solar company in the world, and we're getting out of the way. The second way that you make money is when you do that and your customers go solar, you're going to get paid an installation bonus. There's an upfront commission and a 20-year residual. Now, the third way you get paid are 20-year residuals off all of the customers in your team. So as you introduce Powur to other people and they start signing up customers, you're earning a 20-year guaranteed residual income off all the customers in your team, which now start to imagine the possibilities. You could be earning off 100 customers or 200 or 1,000 or 2,000 for the next 20 years. And lastly, Powur has pioneered lead acquisition bonuses. So we have a special bonus that when you're a new partner in Powur and you submit your first 3 leads, you earn a lab or lead acquisition bonus, and you also earn lab bonuses off all the members of your team. So labs, just to quickly go over this with you, are a revolutionary new bonus that Powur has pioneered in the solar industry. So when you sign up in our company, you move through the positions rather quickly. And the first real position that you hit is senior partner. And as a senior partner in Powur, you earn a $125 lab bonus every time you sponsor someone and that person submits 3 qualified leads. The best part is every time they sponsor someone and submit 3 qualified leads, you're going to earn a $75 bonus on all their activity. If you meet a few more requirements, then you earn the game changer position. And as a game changer, you earn $250 every time you enroll someone who submits 3 qualified leads. and between $175 and $100 on every single partner joining your team who enrolls someone who submits 3 qualified leads. And if you meet a few more requirements, you bump up to National Game Changer. And now you're earning $350 every time you enroll someone who submits 3 qualified leads, and between $275 and $100 every time a partner joins your team and submits 3 qualified leads, down to infinity. So start to think leverage and how much money could you make as the entire world is going solar and millions and millions and millions of homes are, evaluating solar, getting free proposals, and you can be earning lab bonuses on all of that. And what's better is that you're filling a pipeline. As you earn lab bonuses, you're filling a pipeline which turn into installations. So I just want to disclaim, obviously, on the front end here that no income is guaranteed in Powur whatsoever. Most Powur partners will not earn an income if they don't do anything at all. So there's zero income that is guaranteed. This is all illustrations, okay? But it's important that you understand the type of income that you can earn, because you can earn serious money, and this is how the money pays out. So this is an illustration of how the residual income program with Powur works. So let's say, just as a matter of speaking, that everybody who's listening to this probably knows 5 homeowners over the course of the next year, okay, just as an example, that you could introduce to a free solar proposal from the #1 solar company in the world, right? We can all agree on that. And let's say you also introduce this story, this webinar, our video, to 5 people who get excited about it, just like you might be, and say, you know what, I want to join that company. They're up to amazing things. I want a different, change in life. I want more money. I want more freedom. I want more impact. I want to do something more purposeful. So they decide to join your team. That's it. 5 homeowners submitted to Solar City, 5 people to join your team. That's certainly realistic. Every human being on the planet could probably accomplish that. So if that happens over the course of 5 years, let's say it takes 5 years for all this to play out, where every person joining your team duplicates that same thing, in just 6 generations, if every one of those 5 people refers 5 homeowners to Solar City, and 20% of those homeowners that we refer to Solar City actually go solar, in just 6 generations, your check would be $18,530.50 per month for the next 20 years. So this is why Powur has innovated such a unique and revolutionary model, is that truly, I don't know anywhere else in the world where you can work today and earn a residual income for the next 20 years. So how do you get enrolled? How do you sign up? First, as a customer, it's free. Everyone can get a proposal right now today for free to see how much money and how much good you can do for the environment by going solar. So I recommend you get back on the phone with whoever invited you here and submit a proposal for yourself if you're a homeowner. The second way that you join our company is our partner program. And there's unlimited potential as a partner. You are truly in business for yourself, at the forefront of the sustainable energy revolution, and it's a one-time only license and certification cost of $499, which is absolutely insane how valuable this is. So let's take a moment to discuss the value proposition. What do you get for that $499? Well, first of all, we have built our platform proprietary from scratch. So what that means is we've invested over $1.5 million into a proprietary technology platform that allows you from the palm of your hand to be integrated with Solar City's $6 billion infrastructure. So you literally have a $6 billion infrastructure supporting your business, so that the only thing you ever need to do is pull out your phone, plug a few pieces of information in, click submit to Solar City, and you're done. You can have their infrastructure signing up customers on your behalf that you can get paid on for the next 20 years, okay? In addition to that, there's so many other things I could talk about with our platform, but we don't have time. In addition to that, you have a certification a custom certification that's going to teach you everything you need to know about solar, about our company, about climate change, what's happening in the environment, to empower you to be a leader, a civilian leader in your community and in your workplace and with your friends, so that you are the leader in your community, educating everybody else about this movement to sustainable energy and solar energy and everything that's happening. We also have personal and professional development training by our president, Jim Bunch, who charges over $6,000 a year for people to attend this exact training. And he's going to teach you the right mindsets, the right skill sets, the methodologies to really harness your power in life and be effective in both life and business. So it's thousands of dollars of personal development and professional training. And lastly, we give all of our partners their own replicated websites so that you can go out there and acquire new partners to join your business just by sharing your website, and new customers for solar energy just by sharing your website. This is a value that companies in our industry normally charge $30 a month for, or hundreds of dollars a year, and that's included in your license cost at no cost to you. So there's an extraordinary value. In addition, our company has no auto ships, so you're not paying monthly for anything. There's no annual fees. So I mean, it's just, there's no selling. The value of what we're doing and how we're innovating, even inside direct sales, is mind-boggling. For $4.99 one time, you get all of this, and you are in business for life, positioned at the forefront of the sustainable energy revolution. So, friends, in closing, I really encourage you to think deeply about the timing that you find yourself at in life right now. Now, all of us want more money, more freedom, more purpose. There's tens of millions of Americans, and internationally even more people, that are searching for an opportunity just like this right now. The question is, are you going to be the one to introduce it to them? Are you going to be the one to show the people in your community, whoever you may know, a way forward, and therefore, maybe they change your life forever because of it, as you override hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of customers that end up in your business. And you cannot duplicate this timing. I mean, we are exactly at the start, the beginning of the exponential growth curve of solar technology. Just like computers, just like cell phones, just like satellites, just like automobiles, just like digital photography, the internet, social media, these technologies have revolutionized our world. And they start slow, and it seems like they're going slow, but the nature of technology is exponential growth. It's Moore's law. Every single year, it doubles in efficiency and it halves in price. It's this phenomenon that we've been able to observe for decades now. That's exactly what's been happening to solar. Do you know that more solar has been installed in the last 18 months than the previous 40 years? The previous 40 years since solar was invented, more solar has been installed in the last 18 months. That is exponential growth happening in front of our eyes, and you are at the forefront of this entire movement, with a chance to be positioned with power at unprecedented timing as a category creating company inside direct sales. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this does not happen often, so take this serious, and I encourage you to come join our company. Join our game-changing team that is leading the sustainable energy revolution, that is leading the world towards sustainable energy, that is empowering our partners to create the life and business of their dreams. I promise you will have fun with us. I promise you will grow with us. I promise power can be something that genuinely makes an impact and a difference and a change in your life, and we are just getting started. So get back to whoever referred you here today, this evening, tonight, whenever. Get your questions answered, whatever your questions are. Join our team, and our goal is to get your first check within 48 hours. So again, this is Jonathan Budd, CEO and founder of Powur. Thank you so much for attending this event, this webinar today, and I look forward to meeting you, shaking your hand in person soon as we disrupt how electricity has been produced for over a century and help solve one of the greatest challenges of mankind today. Thank you so much, and we'll speak soon.